Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade. I've got Tony Danza. We're backstage at the Today Show. I was just watching your live segment, man. Congratulations. We were talking about, is there anyone more talented than you? You sing, you dance, you act. What can't you do, man?
I cook too. How about that? No, I'm. There's a little bit of a dilettante involved in that, but I'm also, I kind of like. I fall in love with stuff a lot. You know, and that's what happens. You fall in love with something, and then you do it for a while, and then you fall in love with something else, and you do that for a while. So, I think there's a little bit of that. It's a sort of a jack of all trades, master of none. You know, I think.
Speaking of falling in love, people fell in love with Standards and Stories at the Carlisle, and now
Yeah.
you're going to Feinstein, took over 54 Below.
Right.
That's got to be so exciting. Such an iconic institution to have the show there.
You know, I'm really excited. And you know, the truth of the matter is just working in New York. You know, just having a job in New York City is always one of the great things. You talk to any performer, they'll tell you it's great to be working, but working in New York is really terrific. And that place, you know, I've worked there a few times in shows, but this is the first time I get to do my show there. So I'm really excited about the opportunity.
And you have a great mixture of stuff. You're going to be telling some life stories and what a life you've lived. You're going to be doing American standards. Talk
Yeah.
to me about that mixture.
Well, you know, the thing about cabaret, it's all about connecting with the audience. You know, I mean, so I try to pick songs that are evocative, and they you know, sort of wind them into the stories, and the music. You can't. I mean, when you start talking about some of the music in the show, you know. How Little We Know, That's All, some of the great songs that, and the lyrics of and so it becomes, if you can lean on the lyrics, you're in good shape, you know.
You've had such a rich life. When you look at some of these great moments you've probably gone through, talk to me about what are one or two moments that stick out in your head throughout your career that really light you up?
Well, I was just saying it upstairs. It's in the act. There's a story about me introducing my mother to Frank Sinatra.
That's so
my
cool.
mother was just this tremendous Frank Sinatra. She was an original Bobby Soxer. She just worshipped him. And when I got the chance to do it, he was doing Who's the Boss, by the way. That's how I did it. He did my show, and when I did it, I flew around, and she got to meet him. So that's one. And I mean, you know, I've had some incredible timing. You know, I was in the gyms here boxing in the early '70s, and that's when the golden era was just, you know, coming to an end, when you had the great old trainers, Chicky Ferrara and Freddie Brown, and we had the great gyms in New York City, on Gleason's on 30th and 8th, and Jimmy Glynn in Midtown, and Cleo Clancy on 28th Street. So it was like the golden age, and I was around a lot of the greats. I was around. I saw Muhammad Ali in the gym. I saw Rocky Graziano.
That must have been a heck of an experience.
Yeah.
man.
So I mean, I've really had some really good timing. My life is. You know, I got to Hollywood when the Rat Pack and that establishment, Hollywood, was still vigorous and still around, running around, and I got involved. And I also talk about this in the show. I got involved with the great Sammy Kahn, who, you know, just sort of liked me, and so he introduced me to everybody, and I got to be, you know, friends with some incredible people, and I tell those stories.
Speaking of one of the greats and someone you were friends with, I saw your tweet about one of the nicest
Oh,
guys.
I know. I meant to say it
Oh,
upstairs.
my God.
I forgot about it.
I've got a
because
great story
Garry,
with him too. Talk to me about what Garry meant to you.
Well, you know, I got the taxi. I was a kid. I was in my mid-20s, and I said to the guy, "Hey, don't they do Happy Days on this lot?" When I first got to Paramount, you know. And the guy said, "Yeah, you're on stage 25. It's on stage 23." And so I walked in. I went over there and introduced myself. He actually came up to me and said, "You're from New York, right?" That's the first thing he
He's
said.
a Brooklyn guy.
He said, "No, Bronx." He's
Bronx
from the Bronx, yeah. I'm from Brooklyn. And then I played on the Happy Days softball team with him. I was in his play here in New York when he took a shot at Broadway called Wrong Turn at Lungfish with George C. Scott and Jamie Gertz. But he's just been a dear friend of mine for so many, many years, and somebody you could always go to. He was always very helpful, and just a great. He's going to be missed really badly.